Welcome back to Bouncing Through Life. I got a warning that this is R-rated and likely won't be monetizable, but only hope YouTube understands is actual news, and I post this as a tribute to this officer, all law enforcement, and to the thousands of innocent victims, their families, and their friends who have lost loved ones to violent crimes. We stand with you all. I know we're supposed to talk about my adventures as a bouncer and things I've seen and done, but we're going to skid sideways here for a moment and talk about something that was brought back up in the news a couple of days ago. It needs to be discussed and thought about. On July 31st of 2022, around 2 a.m., a small-town police officer had his young life horrifically taken while on patrol and doing a routine stop. The assailant allegedly jumps out of the vehicle with an AK-style weapon and empties the clip through the windshield of the police car. Then, he approaches the driver's door and empties a sidearm clip. The officer never even had the chance to get out of his car. This story is close to me because I was working for a rideshare company at the time. I had logged out and was on my way home, driving right past where it was about to happen. In fact, I stopped at a convenience store in this town to get a soda and some cigarettes. As I got out of my car, this officer was on his patrol doing a drive-through. We nodded at each other and threw up a couple of peace signs like people do. This was seen on the store's surveillance footage. When he left the gas station, he turned left, and then a minute later pulled this car over out on the highway. Literally, less than a mile away. If I had just been a few minutes slower, I could have intervened. Maybe I would have been a distraction, or maybe even saved the police officer's life. That's the kind of person I am. That's what real people do. Understand, several years before that, this alleged assailant was arrested in Indianapolis for shooting at police and did some time in prison. Then he does this in 2022 to this small-town police officer. Now, a couple of days ago, at the correctional facility that he's being held at until trial, he stabs a prison guard multiple times. The guard is expected to be all right, and that's great news. But here's my problem. It's been almost 3 years since his heinous crime in Elwood, Indiana, and he still hasn't been to trial. They've delayed. They've postponed. They tried to deem him mentally incompetent to stand trial. I don't care if he's fit for trial or not. At what point do we just flush a turd down the toilet and go on with our lives? How many unnecessary injuries? How many innocent lives? How many acts of violence do good people have to tolerate before somebody is considered dangerous? Does the insanity plea really absolve somebody from that? I personally don't think so. We live in a society where some people oppose the death penalty that he's facing. My question to them is simply, why? I'm sure the weapons were illegal or stolen. At some point, we have to question the lawmakers that create loopholes and roadblocks for our justice system. The Constitution provides that everybody's entitled to a swift and speedy trial by a jury of their peers. Well, I guarantee you there's a whole bunch of peers ready to be jurors in this small town. It's sad to think that we, as a tax-paying society, are forking out tens of thousands of dollars per year to house and defend such evil people. It wasn't an accident or act of self-defense. It was just pure violence and evil, no matter how much a lawyer tries to sugarcoat it. I know. Innocent until proven guilty. So how about we get to the proven part, stat? For this already convicted felon who allegedly murdered a police officer, who allegedly stabbed a prison guard, his day of reckoning isn't coming soon enough. Such wicked people who do such evil crimes should get walked to the front of the line. I think that goes against what the forefathers meant when they wrote the Constitution. We all know how this would have played out in the Old West. Noah Jacob Shanavaz, 24 years old U.S. Army veteran and rookie Elwood police officer. You are not forgotten, brother.